The year is 2017.
Nick, what's the game called? It's called Fortnite. It's free.
Fortnite just came out and everyone is going crazy over it. But the group of non-sissy liberals who play real games are waiting for the next installment of Call of Duty. Let's go back a year or two. 2015, Black Ops 3 came out to an amazing reception, and everyone who enjoyed COD and COD Zombies felt like Treyarch did justice. Delivered such a perfect game, some might say better than Black Ops 2. 2016 rolls around and Infinity Ward steps up to try and overpass Black Ops 3 and make what will be the next installment of Call of Duty. Call of Duty used to release a game every year. Now I think it's every 2 years, but they have 3 to 4 main dev teams to work on Call of Duties. Treyarch is responsible for World at War and the Black Ops series. Infinity Ward is responsible for the Modern Warfare series. Sledgehammer is responsible for Modern Warfare 3, Advanced Warfare, and unfortunately Vanguard. And Raven Software, mainly being a support team, helping all these other dev teams with the other Call of Duties, but in 2019 took the leading hand in Call of Duty Warzone. Every year they alternate, and in 2016 it was Infinity Ward's turn to make the next Call of Duty. And on June 13th, 2016, the first trailer dropped, and no one liked it. It ended up being the most disliked COD trailer ever, sitting around 70k dislikes in the first couple of days, and 9 years later it sits around 4 million dislikes. But hey, that's just the trailer. How was the gameplay? How did people even, feel about the game when it came out? I wouldn't know. I only played the zombies, and I honestly could care less about anything else in that game. They have cool camos, but I played the zombies. I like the zombies. That's all I can say. And to be honest with you, I do not want to bother watching videos and studying and researching about this game. So I'm just going to see what Allier says about the game. Oh, hey there, Allier, my very good friend that I've known for years. What's your thoughts on Infinity Warfare?
I don't give a fuck, I don't care, I just don't give a fuck.
Now, 2017, Sledgehammer saw the hate and the criticism Infinity Ward was getting and said, let's bring it back to boots on the ground. Throw away the future and take it back. Like 75 years back. Call of Duty World War II, a Call of Duty that was shadowed over and honestly one of the most underrated Call of Duties of our time. A lot of Call of Duty enjoyers played this game but didn't like it or felt they could be playing something else and doing something else with their time. Or majority of the people didn't like how it wasn't futuristic. Plus, like I said, Fortnite was in full swing at the moment. Why play Call of Duty when you can watch Ninja play with Drake and play Fortnite?
What's the most kills you ever got in one game, Ninja?
Die in a fucking fire.
Let me convince you why this is an amazing installment to the Call of Duty franchise and why this game got criminally shafted and just thrown away into the darkness. In the campaign, we play as Private Daniels, and as the first mission opens, our first interaction with Daniels is with all his friends. Couple of standout people in this campaign, Zussman, Styles, and Allier. Then we are introduced to Sergeant Pierce. Sergeant Pierce is, typical I'm better than you type of person. Not a good person, let's be for real, but this intro mission is the Breach of Normandy, or as a lot of people will know, is D-Day. If you know the story and the history of World War II, then you'll know how this campaign goes. I won't spoil it because, to be honest, this isn't the main piece of the game. Yes, it's the campaign or the story mode, but it is just the history of World War II with people who didn't exist sprinkled in for us to care about. But there is one scene that I will talk about that is extremely sad. The mission Hill 493. You have to clear artilleries and destroy Tiger tanks and survive floods of German soldiers. Our Lieutenant Joseph Turner, one of the fan favorite characters and one of the better characters in this story mode, gets shot in the rib by a tank commander. We have to protect Turner and drag him away while also shooting at German soldiers. After some time, Turner tells us to go get safe and just leave him be. After some back and forth with Daniel and Turner, we get pulled away by some of our friends and we watch Turner fight for us killing some soldiers, but unfortunately getting shot multiple times and finally dying. We get a close-up shot of dead Turner in the mud getting stepped over by German soldiers. This scene alone shows the masterpiece of this game in the story mode. I haven't said it much to not spoil the whole game, but the campaign is pretty solid, to say the least. Yes, it is just World War II. Some parts are made up and a lot are just history, but they do it in a way to have us care for these characters. And I feel like we knew them personally. It's beautiful. And it is what games are supposed to feel like and are meant for. Caring for the characters that we are playing as. And this story mode does it beautifully. In 2017, we had so many games with such great graphics that looked photoreal. Nowadays, yes, graphics are better, but to be honest, it's just a loop of saying, damn, this game looks good. Then going a couple years into the future and just going, damn, this game looks good. The campaign is a solid 9 out of 10, and if you play this game just for the campaign, you will not be disappointed, to say the least. It is worth your time. I am a big COD Zombies player. I love COD Zombies, from BO1 to Cold War Zombies, whatever it may be. It is and was a big staple for me growing up, and to be honest, holds a lot of significant value. Me and my uncle bonded over Call of Duty Zombies. Every time I went to hang out with my cousins, I ended up spending all my time playing Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4 Zombies with my uncle, doing Easter eggs. And I know, lighthearted story, this means this game has pretty good zombies. Wrong. This sucks. This is like the worst thing you could ever play. I will give credit to them where credit is due. Trying something new and having a imagination pretty much with the designs and the feel of the game. But to be for real, you don't need to play this. You don't need to play the zombies in this game. You gain nothing and you lose everything. First, there is no Juggernaut. I know, just got replaced with armor. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Then they take a more horror approach with the zombie models and trying to be more scary, and they add jump scares randomly. And I don't mind this. I don't like when every zombies game looks the same or every model is the same, so having them do this is cool in a way, but they just throw a lot at you at the moment, and it's at times just a random mess. And God forbid you go and loop around the zombies, but the zombies move in a weird different pattern and block you, and bam, you're downed. You're stunned. You're bamboozled. At that point, call it a day and wrap it up. They have a new 4 people storyline. I mean, every Call of Duty Zombies game has 4 main characters and a storyline. This storyline is just bleh. Some might enjoy it, but I could care less about these characters they have. Now, the maps. I could not be bothered to play any other map, so I just played Final Reich, which is the map you get on default on launch. It's the free map. This is a good map. Even if the game is wonky and sucks, this map provides so much enjoyment, and there are 2 different Easter eggs for this map. An easy one and a hard one, which is, the easy one is non-canon and the hard one is the canon ending. The hard one just adds some more steps to the regular Easter egg. But this Easter egg tells you and gives you a guide on what to do while also being mysterious. You have to go underground, activate these hand things by rather protecting spots so they can charge, or shooting a Zeppelin so it released a battery for zombie souls. Then whenever you get the zombie souls, you take the battery back down there and you put it into the right hand, and they call it the right hand of God. And you have to do this 3, technically 4 times, because the 3rd time that you try to do it, they want to be funny and they want to pick up the battery that you're trying to get souls from, and you have to shoot the Zeppelin down again. After this, you fight a big mixture of a bunch of zombies, and some random dude is just there in a suit. You have to do the whole battery Zeppelin step all over again. This time, when you charge the battery, you put it in the zombie dude, and he gets taken away and he explodes, and the Zeppelin kills it. And the dude that was in the zombies falls down and is just there, and bam, that's the end. Now, the canon one, you do all of that, but this time you have to put some weird code in, and you have to get a disc, make all 4 upgrades for the Wonder Weapon, and then defeat the zombie big dude And this time when the dude lands, he's alive, and the end. I don't know, I could not bother. The wonder weapon is the Tesla gun. It's a solid wonder weapon, and the upgrades are solid, or at least 2 of them are, the Midnight and the Hurricane. So if you play this and want to upgrade, do only those 2. You don't need anything else. But to be honest, I did this Easter egg multiple times without upgrading them. The Tesla gun is decently fine by itself, so you don't really need to upgrade it. But if you're trying to do the hard Easter egg, you will have to do all 4 upgrades for the Tesla gun. I know. And those upgrades are decently miserable, so good luck. The dog rounds in this game are now called pest rounds. They are weird anorexic beings who are not hard to kill, but it's in the name. They just swarm and they're like a pest. The whole time when the round is going, all you hear is fly noises, and it's annoying. The enemies that roam around the map are called Westlings. There will be like the name, or the name will pop up. I don't know how to properly say that. It's German. But they act as armored zombies. If you shoot them, they charge at you, and if you get hit, they take about 75% of your health. Not as super hard to kill, sometimes annoying. They just kind of show up at the worst times. The bombers are easy to kill though. They are just dudes with a big bomb on their back. If you make contact with them, they explode right in your face. But like I said, easy to kill. Basically a regular zombie just holding a bomb. And if you shoot the bomb, it kills him and kills the surrounding zombies. The mid-game boss are the Brenners, a big dude with a flamethrower. Not a bad boss to kill or fight. Annoying, but if you shoot the tanks on the back of them, they end up dying. That's their secret, spot to kill. And now the main boss for the Easter egg, the Panzer Mortar. Not a hard boss either. One thing to know, a lot of these bosses are more annoying than hard to deal with. He just kind of roams around the map while you do your thing, and you can just go in a circle. The zombies are more harder to deal with than the big zombie mixture dude. But like I said, you shoot the Zeppelin, fill the battery that drops with zombie souls, you stun the big dude, and you put the battery in him, and repeat 4 times. He could have been more stronger or more entertaining as a boss, but I guess it's fine. It's a 9-year-old game, 8-year-old game. Overall, I give them props for making something new. The designs are cool, and the horror field and the gameplay can be smooth and fun at times. But like I said, you'll be fine just not playing this game at all. Well, playing zombies. You'll be fine not playing zombies at all. And if you do play zombies, stick with the Final Reich, and that's all you need. Don't pay for any other map. I give the zombies a solid 5 out of 10 in this game. Like I said, you're losing more than you're gaining. Now for the multiplayer. The main reason I'm making this video is because of the multiplayer. This has to be one of the most underrated multiplayers in the COD franchise. Like I said, it's a boots on the ground game. The setting is mid-World War II, and a lot of people didn't like that. Didn't like how there was no jetpacks, no sliding. But to be honest, this is what Call of Duty needed at the time. Every gun feels usable, every gun is balanced to a degree. When the game first came out, the snipers were strong, and the BAR assault rifle was super strong. So they nerfed them early on in the game, but even nowadays, the snipers are strong, and that's what makes the game fun. To be honest, sniping in this game feels very rewarding and is very nice. A lot of people complain about it and saying it's no skill and boring way to play the game, but those are the same people who only use SMGs and fire shotguns. That's another big thing in this game. You will run into so many SMGs and so many fire shotguns, it will make you rethink your whole life. If you get a small map, expect bouncing Bettys and shotguns 24/7. You might as well do the same thing. This game also introduced a new gameplay factor, the headquarters, where people can join, open supply drops, emote, fire at the gun range, level up prestige, and just hang out. There is also a 1v1 pit, which has never been done before in Call of Duty. This whole area has never been done before. In the 1v1 pit, 2 people can queue up and 1v1. I mean, it's in the name, it's textbook, but like I said, never been done before, and it's a cool factor that they added to the game. Now, when they added the headquarters, they also added a leveling system for the headquarters, just like everything else. It is social, aka social credits, like China. But they threw big rewards in the social area, and if you leveled up your social by playing with others in the headquarters, doing 1v1s, doing challenges, and some other stuff I will talk about in a second, you were rewarded with a Car 99 skin, specifically 2 of them, Nightmare 1 and Nightmare 2. A beautiful, sleek, smooth design, but even then, every time you level up, you can always get something for free. Whether that's supply drops, money, credits to buy stuff, whatever it may be. Like I said, there is supply drops, but it's not pay to win, like how Advanced Warfare was. There are challenges that give you free supply drops after completing them, and just playing sometimes gives you supply drops. You don't need to spend a dime on this game. In the supply drops, you can get gun skins, skins for your soldier, icons, whatever it may be. But the main things are the gun skins, and they break it down in 2 different ways. There's multiple different tiers for the gun skins, but the main ones you are looking for is the epics and the heroics. Epic gun skins are variants that might be a little rusty, dirty, run down. The heroic versions are smooth, clean, never touched. Now, when you open up a supply drop, everyone sees this in the headquarters, and it's a cool touch, but you also get rewarded social credits for watching people open drops or even having people watch you open supply drops. Now, we go out of the headquarters, and you have your textbook COD modes, TDM, free-for-all, and all that, but the maps are some of the best selection of small and large maps that any COD has given. It's one big thank the Lord, and this is such a great touch for the game, for having just a good selection of maps that you don't necessarily like, but you also don't truly dislike them, and maps that are God tier maps. You always understand the layout so easily with these maps, and a lot of times in a stacked large map, you are never searching for anyone. You always find people and are not lost like how some of the old Call of Duties used to be. But a lot of these large maps have a lot of people camping in them. There's quite a bit of maps that are prone to be camping type of maps, so that's the downside of those. The game has died over years. I mean, it came out 8 years ago. I don't know about the PlayStation or the PC servers, but you'll run into a lot of people you've seen before on the Xbox servers. There are also a lot of new players, which is good. This adds to the big community of people that play this game. Only modes people stay in nowadays are Team Deathmatch or Shipment 24/7. Shipment 24/7 is for people who want to level up fast, unlock gun skins, and go for the mastery camo. But this also comes with the downside and the cost of every now and then running to a full 5 squad sitting in the Discord lobby, all 1,000 level master prestige, only using SMGs and throwing C4s 24/7. Having no fun, literally making it hell to play the game, which I don't understand. You have better things to do for your day, and you're better off just getting off the game and deleting it. But regular TDM is fun and easy to get in a match. Rather you're getting sniper clips or wanting to level up your regular guns at a regular pace, TDM is a good mode for you. They have other game modes, but 9 times out of 10 it will just be you and some random person waiting for a lobby that would never exist. One last thing for this game. Every Call of Duty game in multiplayer has a mastery camo. This is where you rather get the diamond skin or the highest skin for every gun in the game, and you unlock a mastery skin, basically rewarding you for dealing with all the pain and suffering that you would have. This game's mastery skin, obviously since it's being World War II, it can't go all futuristic or anything, is a little underwhelming. A lot of people have mentioned this, a lot of people pointed this out, but the mastery skin is chrome. It looks nice, it's sleek, it's smooth, but it is also, like I said, underwhelming, especially with some of the guns you have to use, some of the trackers not tracking properly, and overall just putting hours into the game. It's a little underwhelming, but it's also pretty cool, and I understand for the World War II setting. The game feels way smoother than any recent Call of Duty. It's crazy to see how far we came from since this game came out, how different each COD has gotten while also being the same exact game. From the guns to the gameplay loop, this game feels smooth, nice, and all around perfect. Biggest advice, get some friends, join a lobby, and just play. It'll be some of the best fun you'll ever have in your life, to be honest. I enjoy this game so much, and I'll continue to play until I perish and wither away. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Any other underrated Call of Duty? Maybe it will change my mind, but for now, this is the most underrated Call of Duty in the franchise. Peak multiplayer, peak campaign, and bearable zombies, but you know, every game has its flaws. Still makes it a really, really amazing game. Let me know some ideas, some games, videos y'all want to see. If I missed anything, let me know. I would like, feedback, subscribe, the YouTube stuff. My name is Nate, and always remember, have a good day, and I'll see y'all later.